When I first went vegan, pretty much most of my social life was dominated by activities where there's food involved, like going to restaurants or bars or functions, just social functions like church functions, that kind of thing. And I don't think I'm that uncommon. I think most people's social activities very much have a lot to do with food and eating. I handled it absolutely the wrong way, and so my experience I want to share with you so that hopefully you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. Maybe you can handle it with a little more grace and save some friendships and not look back and kind of go, wow, I acted pretty ridiculous, So how do you handle friends and family when you are going vegan, going raw vegan, especially when it comes to social functions where there's food involved? Well, first of all, don't even mention your diet. That would be my first recommendation. So, for example, if you know you're going to a function and there's going to be food involved, first of all, don't isolate yourself. Definitely don't isolate yourself. Keep being social, keep hanging out with people. I think that's very important. But when you are going and you know there's going to be food there, eat before you go. Eat before you go. Don't plan on eating there. And when if anybody mentions the fact that you're not eating, first of all, do not bring it up. Don't bring up the fact that you're not eating. And if somebody mentions the fact that you're not eating, I'm not hungry, is a really good one. Or I just ate. Both of which are true, because you ate before you went and you're not hungry. And eventually, over time, friends might bring up the fact that, you're not eating when you go out, but most people won't care. It's just when you bring up the fact, you want some food? Are you hungry? No, I'm a vegan. Or, no, I'm raw vegan. I don't eat that. That's when it starts to spark some kind of a discord between you and your friends, or maybe you have a job where you have to go out a lot and socialize in restaurants and that kind of thing. It's when you bring that up that it becomes an issue, especially with family. That is the most delicate relationship that's affected by your decision to change your diet. With family, it's the toughest, because I know that I wanted to share with my family this wonderful change in my life and all these wonderful things that were happening for me because I went vegan, because I went raw. I'm losing all this weight. Aren't you so happy for me? And you should do it too, because you can enjoy these benefits too. And gosh, Mom, you're real sick. You don't have to be sick if you just go raw. And while that might be true, it's really none of your business. It's none of my business, and you got to keep it that way, because otherwise it has the opposite effect of what you want. You want your family to want to try it, and instead it ends up alienating them. They feel like maybe they've done something wrong, their pride gets hurt, and so they just shut it out, and they're totally unreceptive, which is the absolute opposite of what you intended to do to begin with by introducing it to them. So, my recommendation with dealing with friends and family when you're starting a raw diet, when you're starting a vegan diet, is let your actions speak for you. You don't need to say anything. And when the time comes to share what you're doing differently, you'll know, because somebody will ask you. They'll say, gosh, you look really great. What are you doing different? Or, I noticed you haven't been eating at the weekly family dinner or whatever. what's up with you, and just give them just enough information. Don't explode on them. Don't tell them everything you're learning, right, that you've learned so far. Just answer their question. So, I noticed you're doing something different. Yeah, changed up my diet. Keep it simple. Keep them wanting more. Because if they're hungry for more information, then they'll actually be more receptive if they're approaching you for more information. But if you explode on them and try to unload on them, it's not going to work out for either of you. From my personal experience, I made a lot of mistakes. I alienated a lot of people. I said a lot of stupid things. And I'm really grateful to be at this point where I am right now, where I'm okay with whatever other people want to do, and I'm okay with whatever I want to do, and I can be at social events and have other people eat whatever they want and not feel like the anxiety about it. At first I had a lot of anxiety about it, and the reason why is because food is social. It's not just for nutrition. If it was, we'd all be eating the same thing. So I hope this helps. Take this quick bit of advice and, save your family relationships. Save your friendships. They're more important than the diet. And they will ask. They'll see the changes in you. And then it'll be a good thing. A positive thing. Instead of alienating and divisive. Okay. Well, I'm going to approach some more topics on starting a raw vegan diet in some subsequent videos. But I hope you liked this one. Namaste.